Okay, joining us live from Los Angeles for more on the issue is anti-war activist and Iraq veteran Michael Preisner. Thank you indeed for joining us. Why are the police getting away with exercising a shoot-to-kill policy on suspects instead of trying to take them alive? Isn't it tantamount really to execution without trial that?
That's absolutely what this is. Cops being judge, jury, and executioner in so many cases around the country where a popular study has found that every 28 hours an African-American is killed by law enforcement in the United States. That's a staggering number. The reason that they can do this is because they know there's absolutely zero accountability. Even in cases where police murders are videotaped, for example, the killing of Kelly Thomas, a mentally ill man beaten until he died, or Oscar Grant, an African-American man who was shot in the back by Johannes Meserly. Even in these cases, there is no justice for those who are killed. So police have, a free pass to do whatever they want and know that they're going to get away with it, know that they're never going to be held accountable. And racism and white supremacy, of course, plays so much into that, because that's why these white officers can kill black people on a massive, massive scale and are never punished for it. And as soon as the incident happens, the entire system rallies around the defense of the police officer and demonizes the victim. That's what we saw with the Michael Brown case.
And what else we're seeing is heavily militarized police using things such as smoke, stun grenades, rubber, wooden bullets against unarmed civilians, it has to be said. Is that justified?
Absolutely not. And in fact, what we saw was a severe violation of the constitutional rights of the people of Ferguson. The right to free speech, the right to assemble, freedom of the press. These things that we're taught our entire lives in the United States are our most cherished constitutional rights, the whole basis for freedom, the thing that supposedly makes us the greatest country on earth. All of those things were violated in Ferguson when the police decided to respond to legitimate protests with extreme violence and extreme repression. And that's why, nearly 100 veterans and active duty service members, including many Iraq war veterans, signed an open letter to the Missouri National Guard who are deployed to Ferguson, saying that if you're really upholding your oath in Ferguson, you'll be standing with the protesters against the police, and that's what you should be doing.
We also know the US Army has released a training manual which authorizes the use of lethal force against unarmed civilians in the event of full-scale riots in the country. Can the military be held accountable for exercising such a license to kill?
They can be held accountable, but soldiers inside the military have the ability to change that. And then the reason that there's such militarization of the police and such heavy-handed tactics that we've seen used in Ferguson, the whole reason the National Guard was drawn out, is because those protests were an expression of real deep issues in American society. Issues of racism, issues of white supremacy, issues of poverty and inequality, issues of police brutality. These are all built into the very fabric of this society. But those are things that people can change, that people can fight to change, and people want to fight to change them. And that's why we've seen such an outpouring of support in Ferguson around the entire country, where solidarity demonstrations have taken place all across the country. The people of this country have the power to challenge that tiny group of elites that are sitting at the top that are responsible for all of these problems. But they want to maintain their power, and so they employ massive bodies of heavily armed, militarized people to protect them, to protect their rule, to protect their power, and to protect their wealth. That is the reason for the police forces. That's the reason for deploying the National Guard. And it seems very scary to people to see all of the equipment that the police had. But the fact that they need that equipment shows that they're scared. Those at the very top are scared of the power of the people. They're scared of an uprising around the country against inequality, against racism, and against poverty. And that's why they're responding with such militancy.
Live from Los Angeles, anti-war activist and Iraq veteran Michael Preisner, thank you for your input.